Hello. Um, I'm just outside, um, checking. Yeah, I just had a few thoughts about where to start with the food forest, and yeah, I was just thinking that maybe it's better to start at a different location because yeah, like for one main reason basically, which is that this area which I first wanted to start it's really like an awesome ecosystem, quite rare compared to like it's protected area for a reason. My neighbors are like some scientists and they're into this kind of stuff, so they know this. And if you just observe like how much growth happened here, now now it's not so obvious, but this grew a lot, and this hill especially. Ugh, Here, this area is covered in like yellow flowers at the moment. Um, so yeah, I felt a bit shitty about destroying this ecosystem immediately to make our food forest. That's the first thing. The second thing is there's all these roots. You can see even one there, which really make it difficult to to start. In the first place, sense of digging swales. So we have this other area here. It is somewhat steeper. This here, and maybe here you can even start, but here, in the camera you don't really see it, I think, but this is also covered in these like yellow flowers. Yeah, to make the food forest here in this area. Two reasons. One reason, here the vegetation, it's already more trees, like forest layer, because there's all these high larches and I don't know how you call that guy, and pines, whatever, which are growing here, of which we will probably cut a few in autumn because they're kind of dead. And yeah, if we see like what else we can grow here, I think it's really worth cutting them. Honestly, myself, I've cut trees down, but on this slope with the house there, I honestly don't feel confident enough to cutting them. So we would hire somebody to do that. But yeah, to do the food forest here, so that this would kind of be the lowest place. Just for orientation, this is due south, kind of in that direction. So they would have all afternoon sun, and here there are these. I'll go up a little bit, which will make it more easier to see. The strawberries growing all over the place. Wild strawberries already in flower. Really awesome weather last week, and this week it's minus and just snowing today and yesterday. Yeah, here there's this guy, this small pine tree. Behind this big one there's another small pine tree. This one, maybe to cut these down, this small guy will definitely disappear. Birches are not really creating much shade. So here they would have a lot of sun as well. This is an oak tree. I mean, it's just amazing for wildlife, and grow very slowly, so I don't really see this one as a problem. Besides that, I absolutely love oaks. But yeah, then here they would have lots of sun, and the only thing we would really destroy here is not so much. I mean, the higher we go, the more the ivy comes out, so that's not really a problem to destroy that. All these strawberries, wild strawberries, we can replant to strengthen the slopes. Yeah, that's my thoughts. And here there's no roots. I mean, as far as I can see, there is absolutely no roots on the surface, so which would make digging swales much easier. My idea was maybe kind of start on the top. Here I would make this like pond once upon a time. No, once upon the future, I don't know how you call that. Yeah, so to kind of start here, these trees are the ones which might go. They're full of ivy, and one lost his head already. I'm kind of running out of sunlight here. But yeah, I mean, we could let them, because there's also stuff which really likes growing, like living in ivy. But I'm just sharing my thoughts on how to continue. So whatever your thoughts are on what I share, we're open to hear about it. So to either start here with the first slope, this tree level, and maybe make there like a micro slope, but this is already really deep in shade, and these pines honestly I don't really want to touch. So here we could maybe plant more like shade loving food forest in partial shade, because evening like in the evening it gets shade. So to start just along this path kind of, and see here I cannot really dig up because this is solid rock for most parts. So maybe I would bring up some soil here to make a hill, or just put wood chips. Then go down here. This slope, I mean, it's already steepish, probably too steep for a swale. So maybe to cut in one here which goes to that bush kind of. But this is again really shady, so my initial thoughts was to just accept that. And it's a bit deeper slope, and to maybe put some like vertical logs into the swale, which would then block the water from running too fast. Anyhow, I'm not actually sure, because I think this soil is really sandy, how much it would actually store the water. Like sandy, chalky, with a little bit of clay the deeper you go. And then to go until here-ish, to this tree, and from this tree to go to that guy, and then to continue like this downwards. I mean, I don't need to take you all the way down. I guess in the end that's not so important to ask you about. Yeah, these were just my thoughts about where to put the food forest, or to start the food forest. I mean, in the end, we'll see how we will continue, how our strategies are for the future, what we want to do, how much it is possible for us to do a CSI, and for me to gradually work less in the office, to see in the end what we will do here. I mean, anyhow, there behind these Leagnusses there will be a pond, so I thought maybe here in this area, kind of around here-ish, to put maybe like one, to put apple tree gills and trees which really, like fruit trees which really need full sun, which here in the morning they miss a bit of sun, which is not so bad, especially in spring, and then they have sun kind of all day until it disappears here behind the trees in the late evening. So yeah, these were my thoughts. Happy to hear what you have to share about them. Thank you very much again. I cannot say it often enough.